Hi, everyone. In a world that constantly demands your attention and reaction, real power comes from quiet evolution. This speech is a bold reminder that your greatest comeback doesn't need noise, just action, focus, and silence. Let your growth speak where words no longer serve. When someone hurts you, your first instinct is to strike back. You want them to feel what you felt. The betrayal, the sting, the heaviness in your chest. You want them to know they messed with the wrong person. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. When you react out of pain, you don't rise, you sink. You stoop to their level. You start fighting fire with fire, and guess what? Everybody just ends up burned, and while you're busy trying to win, they're still controlling your energy, your peace, your focus. You're not free. You're still tied to their chaos. That's not strength. That's a trap. And you're better than that. You rise by walking away, not because you're weak, but because you're wise. You rise by choosing silence when you could choose chaos. You rise by focusing on your future, not fixing the past. Because people who try to break you want a reaction. They want to pull you into their storm so they can feel powerful for a moment. Don't give them that satisfaction. You want real revenge? Let them see you glow without their name in your mouth. Let them watch you elevate while they're stuck in the same place talking about you because they've got nothing else going for them. That's the kind of silence that hits the loudest. When you choose to rise, you reclaim your energy. You stop bleeding for people who'd never do the same for you. You stop explaining yourself to those who never really listened. You stop chasing closure from people who ran from accountability. And you start pouring into you, into your peace, your purpose, your evolution. Let them gossip. Let them wonder. Let them throw shade. It doesn't grow where you're headed. Elevation requires separation. You don't need to throw dirt to climb out of the mud. You just need to rise. So the next time they try to bring you down, don't answer with anger. Answer with distance. Don't react with rage. Respond with growth. That's how you stay above it. That's how you stay unbothered. That's how you win. You don't fight small minds with more noise. You starve them with your silence and feed your future with your discipline, because the higher you rise, the quieter it gets and the more unstoppable you become. It's easy to pretend you're fine, to post the smiling photos, to laugh in public, to act like nothing happened, but deep down, the wound still stings. And no matter how well you dress it up, pain that isn't healed will always find a way to leak out through anger, anxiety, silence, or self-sabotage. You see, real strength isn't pretending you're unbothered. Real strength is choosing to heal when it would be easier to stay bitter. It's sitting with your pain, not running from it, not pouring it into someone else, not covering it up with distractions, rebounds, or fake confidence, but facing it, feeling it, understanding it, and then slowly letting it go. Healing isn't pretty, it's messy. Some days you'll feel like you're over it, and the next day you'll be back at square one. But healing is progress, not perfection. You're not weak for feeling, you're human. What matters is what you do with that feeling. Do you let it define you, or do you use it to shape a stronger version of yourself? Don't confuse healing with hiding. Don't confuse suppressing pain with overcoming it. When you avoid your feelings, they bury themselves deeper, and sooner or later they show up in your relationships, your decisions, your habits. That's why healing is the most important revenge, because it breaks the cycle. It sets you free. They wanted to break you. Maybe they did for a moment, but now it's your choice. Stay broken or start rebuilding. Use the pain as bricks. Stack them as steps. Let every tear water your future. Let every scar be a reminder that you've survived, and now you're building something better. Healing also means letting go of the need for closure. Some people won't apologize, some people won't admit what they did, and if you keep waiting for them to make it right, you'll stay stuck. Closure isn't something they give you, it's something you give yourself when you decide your peace matters more than their guilt. It's tempting to spend all your energy proving something to people who broke you. You want them to hurt like you did. You want to tear them down with words, expose them, show the world who they really are. But while you're focused on breaking them, you're losing the most valuable time of your life, the time you could be using to build you. You don't climb by kicking others, you climb by focusing on your own ladder. The truth is, the people who try to destroy your spirit aren't worth your destruction. They've already taken enough. Your trust, your time, your peace. Don't let them take your future too. That's yours now, and you protect it by building, not breaking. Build routine, get disciplined. Wake up early, train your body, stretch your mind, learn something new, master your craft, set small goals and crush them one by one. You don't have to change the world overnight, just start by changing your day. That's how greatness is built. Not in big moments, but in daily decisions. You want to make them regret hurting you, then build a life so strong, so beautiful, so grounded, they can't even reach it, let alone ruin it. While they're still playing games, be the one building empires. While they talk, you work. While they rewind, you evolve. Use every ounce of pain they gave you as fuel. Let it drive you, not destroy you. Turn silence into strategy. Turn the rejection into redirection. Let the betrayal sharpen your focus, not blur your purpose. You weren't meant to stay in their mess. You were meant to rise from it. Well, don't look back to see if they're watching. The real ones will fear your growth without a word. The wrong ones won't matter anymore. Because here's the secret. The person who focuses on revenge stays in the past. The person who focuses on building creates the future. And that's who you are now. A builder, a creator, a survivor who turned pain into a blueprint. So stop checking their page. Stop waiting for the apology. Stop hoping they finally see your worth. You don't need their recognition. You need your own commitment to your peace, your growth, your vision. And the day will come, mark it, when you look around at what you've built and smile, not because they're gone, but because you've finally arrived. You're not broken, you're becoming. And there's no revenge greater than rising while they stay the same. Sometimes the loudest thing you can ever say is nothing at all. When people hurt you, disrespect you, or take your kindness for weakness, your first thought might be to explain, to argue, to prove your worth, but not everyone deserves a response. Not everyone earns access to your voice, your time, your peace. And here's what you need to know. When you leave, leave in silence, leave in strength. Let your absence do the talking, because presence is a gift. And when someone mishandles it, the most powerful revenge isn't shouting your worth, it's removing your presence entirely. People remember silence differently. It echoes, it lingers, it makes them question what happened, what went wrong, and what they lost. Your absence becomes their mirror. And suddenly, without you saying a word, they're left to sit with the version of themselves they tried to project onto you. When you walk away quietly, you shift all the power. You move from victim to victor. You stop reacting and start reclaiming. That energy you once gave to explaining yourself, now it fuels your growth. That time you spent hoping they'd care, now you invested in those who actually do. Let your silence be your shield. Let it protect your dignity, your grace, your evolution. You don't have to prove to someone that you were good to them. If they didn't see it while you were there, they'll feel it when you're gone. We've been conditioned to believe that we owe people closure, that we have to make them understand. But sometimes walking away is the closure. Sometimes the most healing thing you can do for yourself is to stop talking and start moving. You don't need to burn bridges, just outgrow them. Let your path speak louder than any confrontation ever could. Don't be afraid to be missed. Be so focused on your peace, your healing, and your comeback that the noise behind you fades into nothing. Let them feel your absence like a lesson. Let them wonder how they lost access to someone who never wanted to hurt them. And while they sit in confusion, you sit in clarity. Because in the end, your absence will echo in every room they enter without you. In every moment, they expect your support, and in every crisis where your calm used to bring balance. And that echo will say everything your words never had to. So be quiet, be powerful, be gone, and let the silence remind them what your presence really meant. Revenge is loud, it's tempting, it gives you that short-term rush, the fantasy of making them feel what they made you feel. But here's the truth, chasing revenge keeps you stuck in the same chapter, rereading the same pain. Growth doesn't come from trying to match someone's disrespect. It comes from outgrowing it so thoroughly they wouldn't even recognize the person you've become. Stop focusing on how to get back at people who hurt you and start focusing on how to get back to you, the version of you before they made you question your worth, the version of you before the manipulation, the games, the silence, the guilt trips. It's not about getting even. It's about getting elevated. Upgrading your standards means you no longer entertain people who don't respect your boundaries. It means you stop making excuses for bad behavior. It means you don't chase people, you attract what aligns. Because when your standards rise, the wrong ones automatically fall away. That's not arrogance, that's clarity. Think about it. If you want to change your life, you don't change the people around you, you change what you allow. You start choosing peace over drama, purpose over pettiness, and real connections over temporary validation. The most powerful move you can make isn't to hurt them back. It's to level up so hard that they become irrelevant. When your energy shifts, so do your results. Instead of scrolling through their pages, you're writing new chapters in your own story. Instead of replaying what went wrong, you're designing what's next. That's real power. Not letting what they did control what you do. People will notice, they'll see the glow up, the peace, the progress, and they'll wonder how they lost access to someone who used to tolerate them. But by then it won't even matter, because you'll be too far ahead to look back. Upgrading your standards also means upgrading your inner circle. Surround yourself with people who speak life into you, who celebrate your wins, who don't get intimidated by your growth, the kind of people who challenge you, not compete with you, because your environment will either feed your rise or fuel your relapse. You don't need revenge to feel powerful. You need purpose, vision, discipline, and self-respect so high that nothing less than respect gets to sit at your table. So let them go, let the drama go, let the version of yourself that tolerated less go, and replace it with new standards that reflect where you're headed, not where you've been, because your best revenge isn't proving them wrong. It's becoming so right within yourself, their opinion can't even reach you anymore. You don't have to post it. You don't have to text it. You don't have to explain yourself. The most powerful transformation in your life won't come with a warning. It'll happen quietly in private, where real change lives. Because when you're serious about healing, about leveling up, about reclaiming your power, you won't feel the need to announce it. You'll just move. There is strength in silence, grace in mystery. When you stop broadcasting every step, every feeling, every cut they caused, you protect your progress, you protect your energy, and you allow yourself to truly grow without outside noise, judgment, or interference. People don't need to know your plan. They don't need to know where you're headed or how far you've come. Let them assume. Let them wonder. While they're guessing, you're grinding. While they're watching old versions of you, you're becoming someone they've never met and never will again. You don't need to clap back. You don't need to post a quote that secretly targets them. You don't need to show that you're doing better just to prove they didn't break you. That's not growth. That's still performance for an audience that didn't deserve a front row seat in the first place. The truth is, when you're really done being taken for granted, done being disrespected, done explaining your worth, you don't slam the door. You just stop showing up at the house. No noise, no drama, just a quiet shift in direction that speaks louder than any confrontation ever could. And the beautiful thing, your life will begin to reflect that decision. Your peace will get louder. Your energy will get lighter. Your goals will start catching momentum, all because you chose to stop giving time to what no longer fits your future. When people realize they can't access you anymore, it hits different, especially when they didn't see it coming. That's when your absence becomes a statement not of pettiness, but of progress. You moved on, you healed, you grew, and you didn't need their applause to do it. Let them scroll through memories while you build a new life. Let them try to reach out when they finally feel the emptiness your presence once filled. But by then, your silence will have said everything. You've got nothing to prove. Just keep walking. Quiet. Focused. Free. Because the greatest transformations don't come with fireworks. They come with focus. And the greatest revenge is peace that doesn't need an audience.